Hello everybody, welcome back to the vlog. Holy cow, I've been waiting so long to say that. Finally got some things sorted out, guys. I apologize on the delay. I've just been, getting pulled in every single different direction, but I am back and we are going to call this Grandpa's Farm episode 3, or as they say in Ireland, episode tree. So, sit back, relax, grab a drink, grab a snack. We are going to talk about a lot of things today, and I'm going to try to keep this pretty condensed, but we have a lot to talk about. I have some things to share with you, and I am so very excited. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, number one, if you have been following Eire Ireland on his Twitch and YouTube page, you noticed that Class had actually come into his farm. They started selling that around here, and kind of hooked him up with some equipment. I was down at Murphy's pub, having a few pints, trying to de-stress a little bit, and I came across a representative from Class. Now, coming from America, guys, I'm going to be 100% honest. I've never heard of this company in my life. They're just now starting to sell it over there. I was talking to my cousin back home the other day, and he said Class equipment is slowly starting to come to the States, usually the big balers and whatnot. So I got to talking with the sales rep, told him what was going on. I told him how I got over here, how I got to farming, told him all about Grandpa and the farm. And he talked to some folks in the company, and he made me an offer that I couldn't hardly refuse. Now, this is how it was presented to me. He said, we're trying to build, get Class equipment out worldwide. We are trying to grow as a company. He said, just like you're trying to grow as a YouTube channel. He said, why don't we enter into what they call a partnership? So I am doing a Class partnership with the local Class dealer. Now what that means is we basically traded out 1 for 1 every piece of machinery that they wanted me to demo and put on screen for you guys, and just every piece of equipment that I wanted to demo, just to see how I like their equipment. We didn't actually buy them. They didn't actually quote unquote give them to me. What we did was, it's kind of like a lease. They've got my equipment. They're not doing anything with it, all my John Deere stuff. If for some reason I don't like the equipment, or I get tired of Class, or Class doesn't like my content and they get rid of me, there's basically no harm. I get my equipment back, they get their stuff back, and they sell it at a demoed rate, and then everybody's happy. But yeah, those guys are top notch, and I can't say nothing else. I can't say anything bad about them. They've been 100% honest and upfront with me, and they've been great. And I told them, what applications I would be using. So, guys, do me a favor. If you're in a local Class dealership, I don't care if you're buying a tractor, a hoodie, a hat, a keychain. Just tell the guy, say, hey, same with Jim from YouTube. He sent me over here. We think you guys are great. Okay? And if you don't, hey, I'm not worried about that either. So, less talking, more working. Let's get into some of this equipment that they so graciously brought to the farm. Now, all this stuff was delivered. I wanted to get it on camera. There were some contractual things that probably didn't need to be on camera that we were discussing. So, here we are. We'll start in the big barn. Bam! Class 580 Tucano harvester. The header and the header trailer to match. Guys, this is one lovely looking machine. Look at this thing. Holy cow. I can't wait for harvest season to get here. I can't wait to put my butt in that seat. We have got, on the smaller side of things, now, you know, like I said, we went 1-for-1. This is kind of like the John Deere 6 I had. This is a 630 area. I've put a couple hours on it, and I've got to say, I am very impressed. Good power delivery. It's quiet. It's comfortable. It's smooth. It's crazy what they've done with tractors, guys. I mean, these things almost ride just as nice as cars on the inside. I mean, all the amenities you could want: heat, air, rear defrost. Just a grand machine. Step over here to the Big Daddy, the 960 Axion. Now this is what is replacing the 8R. So that tractor, as you know, if you've watched the series, is near and dear to my heart. I am never getting rid of that tractor. It's actually at the dealership now. They are doing a complete overhaul on the engine for me. I mean, they're going down to, they're going to take the heads down. They're going to mill everything, make sure everything is complete flat-to-flat surfaces that match up. New head gaskets, O-rings, piston rings, you name it. I mean, it's basically from the, we're going to start at the block, new crank, and everything is getting set. New injectors. So yeah, I can't wait for that to come back. That tractor will never leave the farm, and that's, you know, one of the conversations that I had with the class. I said, hey, look, everything that happened, I can't get rid of that tractor. That's my baby. So they're going to do some engine work on it. Going to get it sprayed, new decals. It's going to be mint. So very, very high horsepower tractor this is. I mean, just, it's great. I can't say anything bad about it. Alright, moving on, we have the class Scorpion. So I have moved some bales. I have mucked out the cows with this thing. Four-wheel steer, guys, you know, just your standard telehandler. I like the visibility on it. You know, you've got glass all the way around. You can see real good. You can see your boom. There's nothing really I can say bad about it. It's got this cool, this mirror back here, and that might not, you may not think that's much, but when you're backing up to hook to a trailer, that's huge. I mean, it's aiming right down here. It's almost like a kind of like a backup camera, and it'll let you see if there's anything behind you. So you know, if there's children running around the farm or whatnot, maybe your dog, you don't hit nothing. So very, very, very cool. We will come over yonder, and another piece of equipment that we have is the 455 round baler wrapper combo. I did test this out on one of their test fields. They have some test fields that, kind of up by where the plowing championships are, that you can just go out and try this equipment and demo it and see what you think. And man, the first bale, I knew from the first bale I wanted this thing. I mean, it was just that good of a piece of equipment, you know, a nice baler. So moving on over here, this is the last tractor we have. This is the Axion 870, and you see I have a planter hooked up to it. Yeah, we are going to do some field work today, guys. You're going to get to demo this tractor with me. I haven't actually sown any seed with this equipment, or with this tractor here. I just, of course, demoed it up on their demo field. So we are going to plant some corn. So let's fire up this. Listen how quiet that is. I mean, this is amazing, guys. All your controls, I mean, everything. Visibility out the back is phenomenal. I mean, It is a nice tractor. I can't say anything bad about it. So, we were planting corn. And you might say, Jimmy, why are we planting corn? That's a good question. I don't want to go too much into it in case something falls through, but I will tell you what I know so far. I was talking with my uncle back home, who was talking to Con Agri, it's an agribusiness there, and Missouri pork producers. He told them what I had going on over here. They had talked about maybe doing some sort of collaboration on, raising some hogs over here and sending them back home. So, excuse me. I don't know just yet, guys. I don't have all the details, but if something can get worked out, if we can work out a deal somehow or another, it's very possible in the very near future we're going to be raising hogs here in Ireland. So I'm excited about it. I've been a hog and beef farmer all my life, so yeah, I am very excited about that. So hopefully that'll pan out, as they say. And we can start raising some hogs. So we're going to go back to this field back here and get some corn. It's a little wet, seems like, but I don't think the fields are, it's not going to hurt anything here. So we will get some corn into the ground. And if nothing works out with the hogs, I've still got a couple. I could sell this corn to if there's any other hog farmers in the area, I can sell it at the elevator. So I'm not too worried about it. I mean, I'm still going to make my money back on the corn. Maize, as you might call it. Some folks call it. I call it corn. That's what we call it back home. It's good to be back on the GoPro, guys. It's good to be back making videos. I can't tell you how excited I am. I hope I didn't lose viewership because of it. It really wasn't my fault. I mean, I had a wild work schedule going on. I had some personal things going on. I had a video card that decided to crap out on me. So trying to upload videos and everything, guys, it wasn't going to happen. So, but we're making it work for now. I got kind of a backup card that I forgot I had. I kind of dug out of the closet. So we're back in business. So if it works out with the hogs, if you want to see some hog farming, please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. If you don't want to see it at all, hey, that's fine too. I can do that all off camera, and we can continue with doing videos with the dairy operation and the sheep. Giving an update, all the animals are doing well. The sheep, I have some wool that I need to sell. I'm still in the market. I'm going to go down, maybe talk to Gavin this week. I need to get some sort of like a trailer to put that wool on so I can haul it down to the spinnery. So once that's done, if you want, you can take a ride with me to the spinnery. We'll load that wool up and we'll get it sold off. beautiful day here in Ireland, guys. 24 degrees. About the middle of spring. Yeah, nice day. Still enjoying my time here. I did go home for a little bit. Like I said, I had some personal things to take care of. Got that sorted. And we are back to getting with it. So for those of you that, I'm sorry, I got a cold too. So those of you that have kind of bared with me, hey, I appreciate every one of you, for coming back and watching and interacting and leaving comments. That's one of the biggest things that really keep this channel going, guys, is your viewership. And I appreciate every comment. I read every single comment. And I at least try to give a thumbs up or a heart or something, but I try to react or comment to every single comment that you leave me. So, don't think you just leave a comment, it doesn't get read. Every single comment gets read, and I give some sort of reaction to that. So. That's one thing that I truly enjoy, is comments from you guys. And it kind of helps me come up with ideas for videos and lets me know what you want to see, what you don't want to see, things of that nature. So. But I'm very excited for this season of Grandpa's, just to see see how things go, see how this equipment gets along, if there's any problems. I don't foresee anything happening. You can tell that this is very well built machines, good craftsmanship. And one thing I could say for Class, guys, when you got a company such as Class that promotes their equipment through, getting with farmers, telling them, hey, like they did with me, try this equipment out, test it, put it through its paces, that they're serious. They want the equipment to be good. They, if I told them, hey, there's a problem with this hydraulic hose, they're going to look into that. They're going to check to make sure that it's just not the hydraulic hose on this tractor. They're wanting to check to make sure it could, maybe it's a design flaw. So I give them all the credit in the world, for doing stuff like that. They want to put out a good product, and they want to be competitive in this market. So, fair play to them. I can't say anything bad about, what they're trying to do. They're just trying to make their equipment better. And what better way to get research than to actual, get them on farms, get them working, get them dirty, get them, so. So I can't say anything bad about them. And if it doesn't work out, I'm just out some time in diesel. You know, any maintenance issues that come up, they will take care of it. You know, as long as I don't do anything stupid, you know, run it into, you know, a pond, or, you know, aside from that. But you know, I told them I'll check all the fluids every day, check the oil. We're going to send out, after we get about 50 hours on each tractor, we're even going to send the oil out for analysis to see, you know, how the oil's holding up. We may have to switch, you know, weights of oil, or, you know, just typical things like, you know, make sure there's no coolant in the oil, or diesel in the oil, you know, make sure injector cups aren't leaking, and things like that. So and I'd be lying if I said I can't wait to get my John Deere 8R back. Oh, it's going to be like a brand new machine. So I'd also be curious to know if anybody that's watching had any experience with class machinery. Or what kind of machinery do you prefer? You know, I noticed most people are fond of the equipment they grew up, you know, using as a child on their parents' farm. For me, it was we started with some old International equipment, and then switched over to John Deere when we had a John Deere dealer move into town. If we do end up getting hogs, guys, I haven't decided how I'm going to do it. I'm going to need some small stuff on a hog farm because it's going to be separate from the cattle farm. I thought about maybe getting some older used stuff if I can, possibly. I see a lot of the tractors running around here, TWs, they call them T-dubs. It seems like a very, very popular tractor for this area. I don't know anything about them, so give me your thoughts on a T-dub. Maybe get a T-dub on the hog farm if everything works out. Got different options, different choices. I will speak to Gavin down at the shop to see if he knows anybody that might be selling equipment, or maybe I can run a deal with him to maybe lease some equipment. You know, we're not going to be using it that much over there anyways, so having older used stuff would not bother me a bit. We had a lot of older equipment on the farm back home, and I didn't mind, you know, older equipment. It may require a little more maintenance, but it's a lot easier to work on yourself. You don't have all the electronics, you don't have PCMs and ECMs, and you know, you don't have to, you know, plug in and get a diagnostic and look for a code. You just, you know what to look for, and it's a lot easier to maintain and work on it yourself. So if I have to do that, I'm perfectly fine with it. I've got plenty of tools in the shop, so not really that big a deal to me. I'm pretty fairly mechanically inclined, so again, like I said, Not really going to bother me one iota. Just about got this field done. Now I will have to talk to the boys from class about a corn header. I don't think that's going to be a problem. It'll be maybe a once-a-year thing. Maybe they can just put it out on loaner, you know, harvest one field, return it, give my feedback on it, and that'll be the end of it, you know. Alright. Man, I can't believe how quiet this machine is, guys. You can actually hear yourself talk inside in these cabs, so pretty amazing how far technology has come. We'll get back to the farm and park this guy up, and that's probably going to do it for me on this episode. The only thing I have left to do today is, you know, tend to the animals and call back home and see if there's any word on the hogs, how we're going to do it. There's breeders here, so I can buy some feeder hogs. God, this guy is broken down all the time, isn't he? Jeez. Maybe that's just where he takes a tea break. And he's always on tea break. I don't know. Just real quick, guys, here across the road from the farm, we have some oat and barley planted. And then in those other two fields we were just at, of course, you know, we just planted the corn. And in that first field, we have some canola. So we will be ready to roll as soon as harvest comes for hogs. So we've got plenty of time to get all that ironed out, worked out. So I'm not too concerned. I think everything is going to be okay. As far as the hogs are concerned, I don't think we're going to have any issue whatsoever. You know, on our end, basically, you know, we'll have all the feed ready to go. May have to get a smaller water tank over there, but you know, it's one of those things. We'll deal with it as it comes up. But yeah, so far, guys, I've got to say I am very impressed with this equipment. So, you know, what are your thoughts? Give me a comment. Tell me what you think. Did I make the right move? Did I make the wrong move? You know, everybody's entitled to their own opinions on this, guys. It's just, you know, we got to talking and struck up conversation, and it felt right for me. So, you know, that's what I decided to do. So, hammer those comments. Give me a thumbs up if you liked it. Give me a thumbs down if you didn't. Not everybody is going to be into the swapping equipment. I understand. You know, the decision felt right for me, so that's why I did it. So, Grandpa's Farm is here to stay. We're not going anywhere. We have exciting plans for the future, especially with the hogs, if we get hogs. Continuing to do, you know, vlogs on the farm. So, yeah, I'm excited for this year. I'm ready to roll. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm sorry I haven't been around. Now you kind of understand why through the things I was explaining. We will see you next time. Good luck, and remember to always protect your shaft.